The sea has its own kind of memory, patient, endless, and old as the earth itself. For those who live by it, the water shapes everything, the weather, the work, even the whispers of fate. Every harbour holds a story of courage, of loss, of small rituals meant to keep the sea kind. And when the wind howled or storms rose on the horizon, comfort was found indoors, where food and superstition met like tide and sand. The sea could be generous, but it demanded respect, and so the people of the coast filled their days with careful customs, quiet bargains struck with the waves. It was bad luck to whistle aboard a ship. They said it cooled the wind and the storm with it. Bananas were never carried, for sailors swore they cursed a voyage, and if a black cat chose to board your vessel, you were blessed. Cats were protectors of ships, keeping away both vermin and ill fate. Before setting sail, a fisherman's wife might pour a little ale into the sea, a toast to the tides. In return, she hoped they'd send her husband home safely. The sea was never just water. To those who lived close to it, it was a living thing, changeable, moody, mysterious. Stories spoke of selkies, seals who shed their skins to walk as humans on the shore. To steal a selkie's skin was to keep their heart forever, though such love was always bittersweet. In Ireland and Scotland, fishermen told of merrows, green-haired sea folk who sang beneath the waves, and in Cornwall they spoke of the knockers, mischievous spirits who tapped on rocks to warn of danger in the mines and cliffs. Even the weather carried omens. A sea mist rolling in before dawn meant visitors from the other world were passing through. And if the waves sang softly at night, it was said to be the voices of those lost to the deep, reminding the living to listen and to take care. Of all the coastal dishes that tell a story, the fish pie may well be the most beloved, a humble meal born from the rhythm of the tides. Its roots stretch back to the Middle Ages, when fishermen's wives made sea pies from whatever the boat brought home, layers of fish, sometimes oysters, covered in pastry or potatoes. By the 18th century it had become a staple in Britain's coastal tables, hearty, comforting, and endlessly adaptable. During the war years it was reborn as ocean pie, a thrifty dish made from scraps of smoked fish, mashed potatoes and milk. Every version, rich or poor, carried the same wish, to make do, to stay warm, and to keep the sea outside the door. Here's a simple traditional recipe, as it may have been made along the Cornish coast. Poach the fish gently in its milk until tender, then flake it into pieces. Make your sauce thick, silky and pale as sea foam, then fold everything together. Top with mashed potatoes, swirl a fork across the top like waves and bake until golden. In some villages, a silver coin was pressed into the crust before baking, a charm for safe voyages and a full net. The one who found it was blessed with luck, so long as they shared the pie, that is. The stories of the sea are endless, as deep and restless as the tide themselves. The superstitions that once guided the fishermen's hands still echo in quiet waves, in how we bless our food, in how we look at the horizon for change, in how we keep something warm waiting at home. To live by the sea was to live with mystery, to make peace with something larger than yourself. So the people baked, prayed, and hoped, each act a small offering to the unknowable. The sea remembers, always, and if you listen closely, you might still hear those old voices carried on the wind, whispers of warning, of luck, and of love.